on Live Now.
Person shot. When they entered inside, they located two gentlemen with gunshot wounds. The one gentleman was deceased. One was in critical condition. And then another call came in of another person shot over on Emerson Trail. What the investigation revealed was that Mr. Uda, which is going to be the shooter, was inside the store. All three of them are employees. Mr. Uda left the store, retrieved a handgun, re-entered the store, located a Mr. Khalif Barksdale, age 21 of Covington, and shot that gentleman. He then went up a couple more aisles. He located Ryan Bradley, age 29 of Covington, and shot that gentleman. Mr. Uda then left, went to a house on Emerson Trail, forced entry into the house, located a female whose name is Akila Clark, age 19, and shot her. From what we can understand is all four of them were employees here at Walmart. All four of them are acquaintances. Mr. Uda then left the scene, went I-20 eastbound towards Aiken, South Carolina, where he pulled over onto the side of the road. Newton County deputies happened to locate a phone number for him and was talking to him on the phone. He pulled off to the side of the road. They negotiated that he was going to turn himself in. When Aiken, South Carolina Sheriff's Office and South Carolina State Patrol located the gentleman, he then shot himself. Mr. Uda is currently in a hospital in Augusta in critical condition. Ryan Bradley is currently in the local hospital in critical condition.
What is the first and last name of Mr. Uda?
Mr. Uda is
first and last name spelling, please.
Dwayne, D-W-A-Y-N-E, Uda, E-D-U-H.
And what was his role here? Do you know what he did at Walmart?
From what we understand, all of them were employees here at Walmart.
You talked about them being acquaintances?
We don't know a motive at this time.
So what was the relationship?
They're just all I know is that they were acquaintances and they all worked here at Walmart.
We're hearing that there might have been some sort of altercation between the people inside this Walmart. What can you tell us about that?
We have not heard anything about an altercation at this time. It's like I say, as you can understand, it's still a very active investigation. We got 3 different scenes that we're working at this time.
Where did Mr. Uda shoot himself? Where did Mr. Uda shoot himself?
In his car?
No, but where on his body?
I have no idea.
The mother of the young girl who was shot said he shot at her 6, 7, 8 times, and she said that he didn't point the gun at anyone else. He knew what he was coming for. How premeditated was this, or did this?
I can't count. I can't.
The moment her daughter was shot and killed. Atlanta News First, Yasmina Alston is live near Emerson Trail. That's in Newton County. Yasmina, this second shooting, it happened inside that victim's home.
Tracy, that's right. And Akila Clark's mother says her daughter came running into the bedroom early this morning before that suspect allegedly shot her multiple times. Tonight, the family and some friends have already had a small balloon release in her memory in front of the home where this happened.
Somebody came into my house and shot my sister.
The moments a Newton County family calls for help after a 19-year-old was shot inside of her home. Akila Clark was one of 3 victims after police say 24-year-old Dwayne Eda fired shots inside a Covington Walmart and then came to Clark's home. Clark's mother told us her daughter came running into her room around 1:30 this morning, screaming that a man was coming in.
Like I said, shot through the bedroom door, charged through the bedroom door, and he applied about 7 to 8 shots, and that was it. And he ran down the stairs, and that was it.
Newton County officials confirm Eda shot 2 people at the nearby store before coming to Clark's house, breaking in and allegedly shooting the teen. Deputies say 21-year-old Khalif Barksdale died from his injuries, and 29-year-old Ryan Bradley is in the hospital. After the shootings, police say Eda fled to Aiken, South Carolina, where he shot himself after a standoff with officers. He is in critical condition. Eda and all of the victims worked at Walmart together, but Clark's mom says she has no idea why this happened. Her family describes her as vibrant and joyful.
She's a 19-year-old child, my daughter.
And the family has started an online fundraiser for a memorial service for the teen, saying no parent should have to bury their child. Live in Newton County, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.
Individual that works here at Walmart had left the store went out and retrieved a weapon, came back in and located a certain individual inside Walmart that's an employee and shot that gentleman. On the way out, he located another individual that's an employee and shot him. The perpetrator or the shooter then left the scene, went to a neighborhood, located another individual that was an employee at Walmart and shot her.
So they're all employees, even she is too.
All employees and acquaintances.
We had heard there might be a girlfriend, boyfriend situation.
Don't know anything about that right yet. That's still under investigation.
Where's the suspect at?
Suspect left the scene and was located in Aiken, South Carolina.
Did he surrender, or how did
I could not tell you that. I don't know if he surrendered or not, but I do know that he was located in Aiken, South Carolina.
Was there anybody else in the store but workers at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Just workers only.
And everybody involved is a worker.
Everybody involved is a worker and acquaintances.
Okay, how many people were killed in this situation?
2.
Okay, and one of the individuals died inside the store and the other one died at the house?
That's correct.
Okay.
So where do you guys go with the investigation? Who's assisting? We saw GSP out here.
Well,
as well.
we appreciate the help from Georgia State Patrol, South Carolina State Patrol, the Covington Police Department, and we had South Carolina State Patrol in the Sheriff's Office from South Carolina. So they're all working together at this point.
Was it South Carolina State Patrol that apprehended him?
I'm not sure if it was the Sheriff's Office or the State Patrol, but I know that they all were in assistance.
Sir, can you talk about how you were so quickly able to apprehend the guy? Was it like license plate or like description or?
I haven't got all that information yet. Like I say, and y'all can see it's still a very active investigation, and we got 2 crime scenes, so they're working it right now. And
just
I'm pretty
good police
sure.
work or good like do you know what it was like?
Well, of course we got flock cameras that helped out a lot too, and just neighboring states helped us out. So once the information gets out, they look for it. So
this is a terrible tragedy, but it's good that you're able to wrap it up as quickly as you were able to.
Well, it's not wrapped up yet, but it was pretty quick, and we appreciate the help from South Carolina.
What's next as far as the suspect getting him back?
We just gotta wait and see what's going on over there. They have to do extradition, and I know that both the states are working together with our department right now.
Do we think this might end up being a domestic?
I don't know anything about that at this time either.
Do you know how he was captured? Was it on the highway or they just pulled him?
I have not heard about that. All I know is that he was apprehended.
Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning. You know who it is, who it should be, man. AKA J-Cast. Better known now who is Trucker J, man. As you see, what I presented to you. A classic example of young adults in this new generation can't handle the pressure, can't handle their temperament, and everything has to be resolved with a firearm. This guy, he was 24 years old, decides to crash out at Walmart. Goes outside, you heard the story, retrieves a firearm, he comes back in, he pops one of his ops, right? Goes a couple hours up. So this was premeditated and targeted. He went right for his targets. But the last target don't make no sense, and I'll get to that in a second. He goes up a couple more hours. He pops the next one. 29-year-old male. Flees the store. And this where it don't make sense to me. Flees the store. Drives 2 to 3 miles away from the Walmart. Went to this young, beautiful sister, 19 years old, doing her thing, working at Walmart at night, doing online classes to be a nurse, trying to make something of herself. He goes to the home, kicks in the door, goes to what room she was in, bypasses the mother, and lets off 8 shots at that 19-year-old female. What baffles me is, it's a female, bro. It's a female. You left Walmart. You went all the way to her home. She wasn't even on the clock. And you unalived her, bro? You unalived the female? Now, maybe the other 2 guys was picking on you. You felt some type of way. Okay, I understand. You didn't target no innocent people in the Walmart. But you left and went to unalive a female, bro? You lost me on all of it, but that's where you really lost me at. Because she wasn't even there. And they said y'all were all acquaintances. And he would have to be an acquaintance because, prime example, I'm at work, right? I'm at work. I'm sipping on my coffee because I'm the heartbeat of this whole company. I'm the truck driver. I'm a shuttle driver. So I transport Nissan and Honda parts back and forth from one plant to the other. Without me, nobody in here makes no money because they can make and house all the parts they want. But if I don't transport it, the money don't get made. So what I'm trying to say is, right, I work amongst a bunch of people. Be careful how you treat people, because you never know. And there's some weirdos that work in this warehouse. Mainly, I'm in the truck. I do come in the warehouse from time to time if I'm waiting on a load. But be careful how you treat people, man, because you do not know their mental status. And some of these folks that I work with in this warehouse, they don't look like they rap too tight. So I always say, they say good morning to me, I say good morning back. I treat people accordingly because I don't want no problems. We all got to make it home at the end of the day. But this guy lost me because you went to this woman's house. What did you have so bad against the female that you had to unalive her? And now it brings me back to what I was trying to say. I work here at this warehouse, right? Not one soul in here, except for HR, knows my residence, and I keep it that way. Obviously, he had to know him and this female had to be some type of friends, or he might have gave her a ride home. He knew exactly where to go, what home to go to, and he entered that home. So, was it a love quarrel? Was it he wanted her and she wasn't giving him the time of day? Something ain't adding up in that equation because he knew exactly where to go. If I get into a fight with one of these people in this house, in this warehouse right here, they're not going to know where to go because I don't invite nobody to my gate. So for him to pop up at her house as quickly as he did, there was something in the air. Follow me? You can, like right now, there's a lady smoking a cigarette right there, right? I don't know where she lives at. You know what I mean? I don't know where she lives at. And she don't know where I live at. You get what I'm saying? You got to be careful who you let know where you live. Because this female was in the comfort of her own home. And she lost her life. At her own home. Where it's supposed to be her peace, her sanctuary. This man popped up in the middle of the night. Spraying. That was premeditated. And like I said, when he got into it, whatever, with those 2 employees, he went outside, he came back in, he felt he handled his business, right? But why would he leave and unalive that female? That's the biggest question mark out of the whole thing. He went to her home while she wasn't even on the clock. And what is going on with this generation that everything is crash out moments? You throw your life away, and then he attempts to unalive himself. And at first he wasn't successful, but I guess as of now, he has passed on. If you felt that bad about your life, bro, you should have just unalived yourself from the gate. Why would you leave and go to this female's home? I mean, I know, I understand there's 2 other victims, but we don't know the backstory on that, because they was right there in the present. Was they bullying him? Was they talking junk to him and he couldn't take it and he crashed out? But why would you go to this woman's home, though? That's the part that's not making no sense. She wasn't even there. And selfishly, you took her life. Youngsters, that's not the way to go. Especially with a female, too. That's just not the way to go. Crash out moments is not the way to go, man. Seek some help. If you that weak as a man, seek some help. That was a weak moment. That wasn't no grown man time. You understand what I'm saying? That was a weak moment. For you to go unalive a female, bro, you don't get no points for that. You don't get no respect. Now you burning in hell for unaliving 2 people. And the other one is still fighting for his life. Y'all got to stop being weak out here, man. Acting off emotions. You know what I mean? Let the fan blow. Let the sweat dry off. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. And stop letting people know where your gate is at. Nowadays, you can't let people know where you rest your head. I know y'all be like, J Cash, you always shooting pool by yourself. Wifey's sitting right there. She don't shoot pool. But guess what? At least I know I can walk around my yard and in my home and in my man cave, and I ain't got to worry about no bullet spraying, because I don't invite nobody to my gate. My home is my peace, man. And as bad as I want to invite some co-workers that seem cool, nah, bruh. Because story after story I keep seeing, nah, my family's safety is more important. So, yeah, they can look at the videos on Instagram and on Facebook, but ain't nobody coming to my gate. Even when I was hustling back in my prime, I didn't invite nobody to my gate because I was involved with illegal activities, you heard? So, you know, people want to kick in the door waving the 4-4. All you heard was, Papa, don't hit me no more. Big told you that. Nowadays, you can't invite nobody to your house to have a cookout, an outing, or anything, because this generation is weak. Everything is go for the gun. What happened to you? What happened to using these? I know I talk about it a lot, but these joints, man, they got busy. All my one-on-ones, I won them. I've been jumped twice, so I know what it's like to be jumped. I ain't get all messed up in the face, but I got cut in the back. Ribs was fractured. I don't know why they didn't kick me in my head and hit me in my head. On the first jumping, it was like 10 people. The second one, it was just, I was on, both of them, I was on top of the op, and they was trying to get me off. But that second one was just 3 hits, and the bottle hit me behind my medulla. Thank God they didn't hit me in my face. You know what I'm saying? Why everything got to be with a gun? Y'all scared to get hit? Listen, man, my time, we went with these, and thank God a lot of my fights was an audience. Just like when I beat that dude back in the club in 2020. That was my last wreck right there. I don't start no trouble just because I'm 6'5" and I got size, because you'll get your head bust. I respect the atmosphere. I respect people. I give respect because I demand it. You understand me? And I stay out the way, especially now. At 50 years old, I'm still in shape. But I stay out the way. It's not worth it. You can't share your space with no outsiders, man. You got to watch the people you work with. It's crazy. The man left to unalive a female? Bro, you weak. For any of y'all that's out there unaliving females, man, you weak. If you can't put your hands up first in an altercation, you weak. You're going to get hit in the fight. Stop acting scary, man. Everything don't have to be solved with a bullet, because guess what, genius? Once you unalive them, now you want to run. Then you get caught, now you're doing life. Or you unalive yourself, but at the end of the day, everybody loses. There's no winners in that situation. Because once you let the blam, 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 now you on the lam, you on the run. And when they catch you, they putting your ass in jail for life. Or you might get the death penalty. Make it make sense, man. Stop being weak out here. Put them hands up. You live to see another day. You live to go fight another day. Stop being weak. And that's one to grow on, man. 100, this Trucker J. I'm just trying to preach to the youth, man. That's why I do my channel. Love it or hate it, either or. You see how I'm living. 100.